Hello everyone, good evening and a warm welcome. Here is the first ball, Park VDC versus the Marina Marvels, and that is a very good start from the bowler right on the money. Sunil bowling to Alok right on that good length channel. Alok gets on that front foot and plays a proper defensive stroke. We are here at the Khalsa Cricket Ground for the second season of the Society Champions League. There, once again, that's a good start. This from Sunil. Two balls consecutively bowled in that good length area and around the channel of that fourth stump, not giving Alok an opportunity to free his arms. The last time Alok played here, he scored a breathtaking century. Here is Sunil to Alok once again. Plays it nicely this time, a good tap and run. And Alok is off the mark, and so are the Park VDC with that single. And it'll be Kayur who will take strike for the first time. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle are a deep mid wicket and a deep point on the offside. There is a mid on, there's a mid off, there is a cover, mid wicket, fine leg, and third man inside the 30-yard circle. And now he's come to deep square leg, the fielder in the deep on the leg side. It'll be interesting to see what Sunil's game plan will be for the left-hander on this occasion. Here he comes. Oh, that's a good ball again. Keyur decided to go for that full-blooded swing. Does not connect. It did come at a fair clip from Sunil, this particular delivery. The keeper standing fairly through the middle, not exactly up the stumps, not exactly too behind as well. But four balls and just a single, so that's a good start in terms of the accuracy and the line and length by Sunil. Again, good ball this, and equally well played from Keyur. Straight back to the bowler, showing the full face of the bat on this occasion. So he's bowled five good deliveries here, Sunil. Can he bowl a sixth on the bounce and make sure that this first over goes and ends in his favour? Here we go, Sunil to Keyur. And he ends with a dot ball, so that's a very good start for the Marina Marvels with the ball. At the end of the first over, the Park VDC are 1 for none. So good start this with the ball for Sunil. Bowled it predominantly across that good length area, keeping the line around that fourth stump channel, around that corridor of uncertainty. There's a little bit of extra bounce and carry, which has meant that the batsmen have not been able to get underneath the ball and time it the way that they'd wanted to. And we have a bowling change. And it'll be Alok on strike. Well, the last time as well, Alok started a little bit circumspect before unleashing mayhem upon the opponents. His side will hope that it is the same this time around as well. Mukul to Alok. And that will be the first boundary. Not the best of starts from Mukul. Bowling it on a little wide, width to free his arms, and a foolish half volley length. And Alok needed no second calls on this particular occasion as he finds that gap for the first boundary of this innings. Mukul will have to take a leaf out of Sunil's book and bowl the same channel. There, that's a much better delivery here on this occasion, and a better throw would have made things interesting, but Nonetheless, the batsmen cross and get a single. This was a much better delivery from Mukul in terms of the line and length as well. Picked up that good length area, bowled it around that line of the fourth stump. A little bit more wider than he would have wanted it to be, but I think that's a much better comeback delivery after that first delivery, which was promptly dispatched to the boundary for four. And now it is Mukul to Keyur, the left-hander. Oh, he's ballooned that in the air, but falls just in front of the fielder at mid-off, who had to cover a little bit of ground. But a good change of pace on this occasion from Mukul. Keyur going well early into the shot. Thankfully for him, he did not time that well enough for the fielder to gather it. And the fielder, despite covering a little bit of ground, gathers it on the bounce, but not before the batsman crossed for a single. Mukul to Alok. That's in the air. Fielder coming underneath it and taken. Mukul gets his man, and the dangerous Alok departs. Another perfectly executed plan. This good length. Another example of the change in pace from Mukul. Alok gets into the shot pretty early this time, gets that top edge, and that's a comfortable catch for the fielder. So Alok departs for six. The Park lose their first wicket. It is 7 for 1. It has been a brilliant comeback from Mukul after that boundary of the first ball. He's varied his pace, but he's kept the line and length very consistent for both the batsmen in the next three deliveries. And he's promptly gained that reward of a wicket. And it was the wicket of the danger man Alok, who could have caused serious damage had he stayed on. But he will have to walk back, and it is Krishiv who walks out to the middle at number 3. Mukul to Krishiv. Oh, Mukul fortunate this time that the batsman was not able to capitalize, because this was a ball that was similar in line to the first ball, except that this was on the bounce, but it was well too wide. And Krishiv will consider himself a little bit unfortunate that he wasn't able to take the full toll of that delivery. But Mukul will find himself fortunate that this did not go for more than what it went. That was it is dot ball. He'll take it at the end of the day. Again, there is a fielder this time, but oh no! That's gone right between his legs, and Krishiv will get off the mark courtesy of that misfield as it goes to the fence for 4. So eventually the boundary does come, and it's 10 runs of the over and a wicket to boot. 2 overs gone. The Park 11 for 1. Not the best fielding effort out there in the deep. Should have done much better. It had to be just a single, but it's 3 runs more. You cannot set that tone early on in your fielding essay. You'll have to be on your feet. You have to be alert. The boundaries here are small. You have to make sure that you do not let anything go past you. And that is unfortunately what that fielder in the deep did. Eventually conceding a boundary for his side. And it is Sunil who comes back into the attack. Bowled a very impressive first over. Will be looking to continue in the same vein. Sunil to Keyur. Oh, that was a wide and 4 more. That ball kept low. Again, bowled it a little wider than he was anticipating it to go. But surprisingly, on this occasion, the ball did keep low, and despite the keeper's dive, it went past him rapidly to the fence for four. So that's five more runs added to the total. Here is Sunil bowling to Keyur. Swing and a miss. Again, there is a nice bit of pace and carry that Sunil is able to generate on this pitch. Once again, that's a much better delivery from Sunil on this occasion, bowling around the wicket to the left-hander. Bowls it nice, and the ball just zips past Keyur, who's looking a little bit touchy at this moment. He's on 1 of 5. He's unable to get bat on ball. That's a wide, well down the leg side. Straying on his line on this occasion. Sunil to Keyur, plays it down the ground. Has he found the gap? Very well fielded here. That was a good piece of fielding. Keeps it down to just a one, and that is exactly the kind of fielding that you need. Because KU did time that decently enough, did not get enough momentum on that shot to pierce that gap. So will only be a single. Sunil bowling to Krishev. That's been called a wide. So three wides in the over so far. Not exactly the most accurate if you look at it, given how accurate he was in the first over. Here he comes once again to Krishev. Takes the aerial route. The fielder lets it go for four again. Not the best fielding effort from the fielder there at deep point. Could have done much better rather than watching the ball go to the boundary rope for four. But that's the second boundary for Krish. Eases a little bit of pressure on Keyur. But again, that's a good shot. Plays it on the up. Takes the aerial route as well to beat the infield. But definitely the fielder could have done better on that occasion. Called a wide once again. That's the fourth wide in this over. It's turning out to be a little bit of a big over, this one. It's already 7 balls in, and we've only had 3 legal deliveries, 4 wides. That's a much better delivery. KU eager to take strike, but wisely sent back by Krishev. So it's a dot ball. Oh, that's a good ball. Change in pace from Sunil and a little bit of late movement to beat Krishev all ends up. And the ball dying down on the keeper as well, who did well to make sure that the ball does not squeak past underneath him and keeps it down to a dot ball. Still one more ball to go in this over. 8 runs coming off it. Oh, 13 runs coming off it. I beg your pardon. 13 runs coming off it. Oh, that's a quick single. Keyur was a little bit late to react, but they eventually complete the run. 14 runs coming off it, 3 overs gone. The Park, 25 for 1. So 3 overs in, and the Park VDC have won the toss and decided to bat first as well. They consider themselves to be on a pretty sedate start. 3 overs, halfway through to the power play. The field remains the same in terms of, yeah, the field is pretty much the same, but there is a bowling change as it is Rohan Ranade who comes into the attack. So just a one over for Mukul. Starts off with a wide, does Rohan. Too many extras being bowled in the space of the last couple of overs, and that is something that the Marvels will have to cut down on, because if you exclude the extras, they're bowled pretty well and they're bowled at a disciplined clip too. So common sense dictates that they need to be a little more accurate, which they have been more often than not. There, that's a much better delivery. But the fielding, yes, stands up to the mark. Krishiv was looking for a second, but it is eventually just a one. So this is a pretty interesting time for Keyur now. It's been very evident that he's struggling for a little bit of fluency at the moment. He's currently batting on 2 of 6. Does he take the big question for him right now is, does he take another over to just bed himself in, or does he play a couple of big shots and just break the shackles a little bit, because it seems that he is a little bit of a sticky wicket there. Tried to free his arms a bit, but again, well fielded by the bowler. And a commendable effort too, given that KO did hit that pretty hard. So yeah, there once again, KO's trying to get out of this funk that he's put himself in. But will he be able to? Straight, oh, he's dropped it! And that's gone through the hands of the fielder for 4. Is this just the slice of luck that Keyur needed for his innings to get that kickstart? That's a good ball. Bursts right through the hands of the fielder at mid-off. And it goes to the fence for 4. It is just the slice of luck that a batsman needs, especially when he's struggling for momentum in his innings. Could this boundary prove to be the change that Keyur needs, or just the platform that Keyur needs to go berserk from here on? We've seen it happen with Alok in the previous match that the VDA has played. Could this be the game changer for Keyur? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, yes, that's much, much better. That's a beautiful shot. One bounce into the rope for Keyur, and talk about adding insult to injury. A drop chance and a next ball immediately carted away for 4. Just how it tends to be. This is such a cruel game. And that is back-to-back boundaries for Keyur. Moves on to double figures, 10 of 9. And a little bit of an acceleration also for the Park in terms of runs. And as you can see now, the keeper coming up to the stumps, making sure that Keyur does stay in his crease and does not get that momentum to give the bowler the charge. It's a pretty good move, depending on what line, what length does Rohan decide to bowl here. Oh, that's a hopeful shot for LBW, but look to be drifting down the leg side. But they will complete a single and leg by signal by the umpire. Here is Rohan bowling to Krishiv. Oh, that's a good ball, and they will come back for the single. Leg by once again. So back to back good deliveries these from Rohan. And that is the end of the fourth over. 4 overs gone. The Park VDC are 37 for 1. Mukul comes back into the attack. Krishiv plays the cut, but that's excellent fielding. Oh, a little bit of yes and no, and no! The keeper fails to gather the ball in what would have been a certain run out. Absolute chaos out there in the middle between the two batsmen. That should have been wicket number 2 for the Marina Marvels. But that was very, very poor communication between Kayur and Krishiv. Could have easily lost another wicket here, but they live to survive another delivery. Here is Mukul bowling to Krishiv. That's a wide. Let's have a look at the run out once again. There it is. Krishiv immediately sets off. Kayur agrees and then goes back. Oh, the wicket keeper just couldn't judge the momentum of the throw. It could have so easily been out. The ball wasn't in the hands of the keeper's gloves when he dislodged the stumps, which means Krishiv survives. Good delivery that. But again, that's great field. That was great fielding from the fielder there at cover, who created that run out chance. Mukul to Krishiv once again. There, once again, bowling in that good line, good length, keeping it down to just a one. So Mukul has had a good start so far. three singles in three deliveries. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a well directed bouncer. Oh, what was going on there? This is not good fielding from the keeper. Should be aware, pick up the ball, make sure that the ball is dead. There's a little bit of eye contact between the keeper and the fielder at short mid wicket. That should have not been a single by any means, but then has to be a little more alert to the surroundings as the keeper. Game awareness very very crucial. Every run could be a difference. Here's Mukul bowling to Krishiv. Straight down the ground, but very well fielded. And again, saves 3 runs there. Given how hard he hit, that is very good fielding there behind on the mid on region. Certain boundary being saved, and that tends to add to the pressure when you time a delivery so well. And when the fielder thwarts your boundary, that'll definitely play in your minds because the batsman will be like, I've actually played a pretty good shot, and yet it's only a single. So that tends to play into the minds, and there's a little bit of a field change. Mid off goes to long off, and it's a packed offside field inside the 30-yard circle. Oh, that's a good delivery, and that's the. So he's kept it down pretty nicely in this over. Has Mukul. Here is Mukul bowling to Kaur now. That's in the air. Fielder coming underneath it and taken. Mukul gets his man. Kaur departs. And that was just the wicket that the Marina Marvels were looking for inside the power play. And once again, another instance of a batsman getting into the shot a little too early and balloons it in the air, and the fielder at mid off takes a comfortable catch. KU departs for 10. It is 44. It is 41 for 2 at the end. It is 42 for 2 at the end of 5 overs. Is from Mukul. Gets both the wickets as well. Ankit Jain, the new batsman, coming out to the middle at number 4. There's a little bit of a sticky wicket now. There's a little bit of a sticky situation here for the Park VDC. They've lost both their openers, and it is the last over of the power play. And the responsibility of bowling the last over of the power play falls into the hands of Hardik Desai. And it is Krishiv who will take strike. Oh, that is an absolutely stunning shot from Krishiv. Hardik welcomed into the bowling attack with a sumptuous boundary. Not the best starts, half volley, a little bit of width, just the invitation that Krishiv needed to latch on to it. And with the final over of the field restrictions, it felt inevitable that Krishiv was going to play the aggressor right from the very first ball. And he is vindicated with that decision by a boundary. Much better delivery this from Hardik, keeping it in the line of the stumps, not giving the batsman width, and keeping it around that good length area too. So but good comeback that after being pelted for a boundary in that first ball. A little bit of flight straight down the ground, and that will go for four as well. So a good ball followed by a bad ball. This from Hardik. Not exactly good bowling. When you know your mid off is a little wider, you need to bowl it a little more outside the line of the stumps, not straight. And unfortunately, that is exactly what Hardik did. He bowled straight and he bowled it under the eye line of the batsman, and Krishiv capitalized with glee on that particular instance. So 8 runs already of that first 3 balls that will put a little bit of pressure on the bowler. Here's Hardik again. Plays it off the back foot, and that is another boundary. So runs beginning to flow now for the Park VDC, and it is Krishiv leading the charge. 3 boundaries in 4 deliveries. To be honest, this was not exactly a poor delivery. It was a good delivery. He kept on the stumps, but this was all the class. And it is the last ball of the power play. 13 runs coming off this over. What can Hardik do on the final delivery? Oh, that's gone down the leg side. Does it have the legs to go to the boundary? No, it doesn't. But they will come back for two, and the umpire calls it a wide as well. So the runs have come in this over. 16 now, and still one more delivery to go. Still not happy with something. He's remonstrating with the fielding side, but he has to walk back. The umpire has raised his dreaded finger, so there is not much his remonstrations can do. And just when it felt like both sides were going to end the power play on a stalemate, that wicket off the final ball of the power play means that the Marina Marvels will be the slightly happier side after the power play, given that they have taken 6 overs, 3 wickets in the first 6 overs. So they have a platform that they've set themselves for the middle overs as they get a new batsman, Dhruv, coming out at number 5. So the new batsman will take strike at the start of the 7th over. So that is exactly what they will be looking for. Nikunj Jani, the new bowler, into the attack, and he will be bowling to Krishiv. I'm sorry, bowls to Dhruv, and that is well wide. Starts off with a wide outside the off stump. Not the best of starts. Oh, that was very, very close to the edge, the inside edge to be specific. Much better comeback this from the previous delivery. Nikunj to Dhruv. In the air and oh! Agonizingly close to the bowler. Once again, the Marina Marvels proving that a change of pace, keeping it at a slower clip, is the way to go as it is enticing false shots from the batsmen. The batsmen are going a little early into their shots, and this is one of numerous examples that has happened. Take Ayush and Keur's wickets for example. That's a wide. But Dhruv very fortunate that that ball agonizingly away from the bowler. York length, but played it equally well from Krishiv, just for a single though. So again, the middle overs will be crucial for both sides for different reasons. Place it in the air and in the gap, so that will find the fence for four. Good shot this from Dhruv. Was in much better control of this shot. Had to reach out to that delivery, but again, the element of control over that shot was much better compared to the previous delivery that he had faced. So four more runs added to that total. Was trying to play the cut, but not the line, not the length for that cut shot. Lets that go. The umpire calls it a legal delivery, and that is the end of the seventh over. The Park VDC a 66 for 3. Oh goodness me! That's gone to the fence for 4. Not the fielding effort you'd expect, especially bowling first up. Low full toss. There, completely misjudges the ball. And it goes to the fence for 4 as Amit Arolkar is hit for a boundary of his first ball. And Krishiv moves on to 30 of 19 deliveries with that boundary. Not the best fielding. That's fine. That is racing away to the fence, and that is 4 more. Leg by, signal by the umpire. It's actually called 4 off the bat now. So back to back boundaries this for Krishiv, and Amit overcompensating in this particular instance, trying to bowl it a little straighter but drifts onto the leg side. Krishiv manages to get a little bit of bat on that, and because there's no fielder in the fine leg region, has enough to travel to the fence for four. That's a good shot, and that is three in a row for Krishiv. Beautiful timing on this occasion. Again, half volley. Krishiv finds that gap with ease, and he's got this over off to a rollicking start. Three balls, three boundaries, and the pressure well and truly on the bowler. Much better delivery this from Amit. Much better delivery. Pushing the batsman on the back foot and not allowing him to be his expressive self as Krishiv had shown in the first three deliveries. Plays it down the ground towards the leg side. The fielder at long on will gather. Be just a one. Full toss in the air. Oh, he's dropped it. Goodness me, that was a straightforward chance. And once again, Dhruv is the beneficiary. 8 overs gone, 79 for 3. That could have so easily been 79 for 4 had Amit held on to the chance. But not to be. But still, this is a pretty good over. 13 runs coming off it. That's a beautiful shot, and that will find the fence for 4. So Krishiv has been the fulcrum of this batting inning so far for the Park. Once again, not the best line and length to bowl to Krishiv, especially given that he's well set. And Nikunj's first ball has been dispatched to the boundary rope towards that extra cover deep point region. It's an interesting field. So there is a point, a gully, and a third man. There is no one behind the square of the wicket on the onside. The fine leg region's vacant. There's no one patrolling the boundary deep fine. Good running between the wickets, this. Putting the pressure on the fielder. Good communication between the two and finding that single with ease. That has to be an equal component of your batting innings. Yes, boundaries are good. Yes, it amps up the scoring. But taking the single, taking those twos on offer will. Oh, that's an edge and dropped. The frustration rife on the face of Nikunj. He is clearly not happy. And again, not the best wicket keeping effort. Could have been taken. Plays it down the ground towards long on for a single this time. Again, Marina Marvels creating the opportunities, creating the chances that put them in favorable positions to get the wickets that they're looking for. But the fielding is not complementing the actions of the bowlers. Krishiv currently batting on 44 of 25, whereas Dhruv is on 6 of 8. Wide signal by the umpire on this occasion. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a good ball. Took Krishiv by surprise, but Krishiv did equally well to get back on that and rotate strike once again. 8 runs coming off this over. Appeal for LBW, but the umpire says drifting down the leg. So Nikunj finishes with the dot ball. 9 overs gone. It's 87 for 3. Nice looking shot, but this time fielded well by the fielder at long off, so it'll be down to just a one. That's Amit back into the attack, and the Amit bowling to Dhruv. Oh, that's a good ball, beating the batsman for sheer pace. Beautiful change-up delivery this from Amit. Dhruv was looking to play it around that leg side, work it down because there is no fielder inside the 30-yard circle on the leg side, but was well beaten on that occasion. Beautiful shot, finds the boundary this time, Dhruv. Again, not the best, too wide, but Dhruv gets into position so quickly and plays it so well as he finds the gap between those two fielders. And it goes to the boundary for 4. Towards the leg side on this occasion, but fielded well, so it'll be down to just a 1. Beautiful shot, but fielded inside that deep extra cover region, so it'll be down to just a 1. So the Park VDC going pretty steady, not too fast, but not too slow either. They've kept the wickets down to just a 3. There's a little bit of a semblance of a partnership going on between Dhruv and Krishiv. Dhruv currently on 11 of 12. Krishiv moving around smoothly, 47 of 28. He is on the non-strikers end at the moment. Good looking shot this from Dhruv, and kept out for only a single. So that is the end of the halfway stage. 10 overs gone. The Park VDC are 95 for 3. And it's time for a drink. So we are back after the drinks break. So Nikunj comes back into the attack, plays it down the ground for a single. So here is Nikunj bowling to Krishev at the moment. That's been called a wide, drifting down the leg side on this occasion. So he'll have to bowl that one again. Cuts hard, but straight to the fielder for another single. So decent start on this occasion for Nikunj. Plays it down the ground. That's a quick single again. So they're rotating the strike, but Nikunj's lines and lengths on this particular over have been good. So they've not been able to take full use of it and get the boundaries that they've been looking for. Straight down the ground. One bounce into the rope for four. Once again, the ball was in the slot this time, and that was hit well over the rope for four. Beautiful shot. For a single. So 11 overs gone, and just when it felt like there was a semblance of a partnership building, and this partnership was slowly and steadily hurting the Marvels. Nikunj comes up and takes the wicket, the crucial wicket of Dhruv. While Krishiv is still batting at 53 or 31, he's been exceedingly well measured and composed in his knock. They'll need to be a defining contribution from the other end. 9 overs to go at 104 for 4. They will definitely be looking. That's a good shot, but towards that fielder at deep square leg for a single. So as I was saying, 9 overs from here, 10 runs an over will get them to 194. That is something that they should be looking at. 12 runs an over from here will get them 108 more runs. That's 212. So that to anywhere between that 195 to 210 is what the Park VDC need to be looking at in terms of a good first inning score. Plays it nicely. He's found the gap, but has he found the fence? No, he hasn't. So Pratik will come back for two more. Harry Asrani introduced into the attack. Plays it off his pads. Are they looking for two? They are looking. Oh no! You have to be content with just a single. Pratik was very eager on that occasion to get those 2 runs, but Krishiv was not exactly privy to the situation, so would have to be content with a single. Shot, but excellently fielded. Brilliant fielding that. Lovely fielding effort. And you can see that Krishiv is frustrated. He hit the bones out of that shot, only to see the fielder put in a stunning effort. Very well bowled this from Harry. It's a good tight over, good bowling, just 5 runs coming off it. Can you finish strongly? He's played that in the air, but there is no one, and it'll bring to a close. A very, very impressive over this from Harry. Just 6 runs coming off it, 12 overs gone. It's 110 for 4. So Hardik introduced back into the attack. Was expensive in his first over, went for 16. He'll be looking to change his fortunes a little bit in this over as he bowls to Pratik. Long on, there's a long off, there's a mid wicket, there's a deep square leg, and there is deep point. The 5 fielders out in the deep. In the air, but in the gap too. The fielders will cut it off, but not before the batsmen complete a couple. Hardik bowling to Pratik once again. Bill, but the impact probably saving Pratik on that occasion. But that's a much better delivery. That's a good delivery from Hardik, reducing the pace of that delivery, keeping it slow. In the air. And that's gone all the way for six. Good shot that from Pratik. Gets into position so quickly and executes that slog sweep to perfection. The fielder at mid wicket thought he was in business for a brief moment, but it comfortably clears him for six. So just the boundary that the Park VDC needed. After a bit of a slowdown again, and oh, that was a stumping chance. But the keeper wasn't able to gather the ball cleanly. Leg by signal by the umpire. But that could have so easily have been wicket number 5. That was once again well bowled by Hardik, luring the batsman to give him the charge. Beats the batsman, but unfortunately the keeper was not able to gather that cleanly. And finally Krishiv on strike. Plays it beautifully, but again there's protection in that deep point region. So it'll be down to just one. In the air and taken. So Hardik gets his man this time. Ends the over with a wicket. He eventually gets it. Park VDC have now lost half their side. Again, Pratik trying to give Hardik the charge, but just does not reach the pitch of the ball cleanly. And the fielder takes a good catch in the deep. So 13 overs gone. It's 120 for 5. Plays this and towards that fielder, so no run. So Harry continuing the good work that he put in his previous over. Here he is bowling to Krishiv again, and this time Krishiv has found the gap. Lovely shot from Krishiv. Gets to the pitch of the ball in rapid time. There, let's have a look at that once again. In the slot, gets to the pitch of it so quickly, and beautiful extension of his arms to find that gap. 4 runs. Needs 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 to pull his length back a little bit. Does Harry? There, much better. Much better. Oh, that's called a wide though. Good improvisation from Harry, but just a little wide. Just a little. There, that's better. We'll find the fielder, so that will be down to just a one. And that will bring Janak on strike for his first ball. Walks in at number 7. So they do not have a lot of wiggle room from here on, the Park VDC. Not too many batsmen to follow. Oh, that's you! That's an appeal and given! Catches Janak plumb in front of the stumps. And Janak departs for a golden duck without troubling the scorers. Right in front of the stumps, and it was an easy decision to make for the umpire. So two quick wickets now, and it's 126 for 6. So the Marina Marvels have now taken control of the proceedings after a spell with the ball where they have managed to assert their dominance by picking a couple of quick wickets. And it is Hardik Matalia who walks out to the middle at number 8. Good ball, that very good ball, but oh, the umpire calls it a wide. But again, Harry is bowling to a plan, and you can see the encouragement that he's getting from his fielders to continue the same way. He's bowling to a plan, he's bowling well, straight down the ground. Fielder at long on will gather. So Chris Shiv is the man to carry forward this batting innings for the Park VDC. He's currently on 61 of 37 in 8, only 8 runs coming off this over, and a wicket to boot. Oh, well bowled and equally well played to keep it down to just a single. So an overall good over this, 9 runs and a wicket. 14 overs gone. It's 129 for 6. Oh, he's dispatched that. And that is gone all the way for six. That's a beautiful shot from Krishiv. Absolutely stupendous. And Hardik is welcomed into the attack with a massive six. Can't afford to bowl that line in length to a batsman who's as well set as Krishiv. There, keeps it low, and that's fine. And that is. Oh! Not the best throw. Come back for two. Hardik was not exactly looking for that second run, but Krishiv was adamant on getting those two, so he moves on to 70 of 40. Good innings this from Krishiv under the pressure and under the wickets falling around him. Plays it beautifully, and that's one bounce into the rope for four. And it seems like the fielder at long on might have done himself a little bit of damage. Could have pulled something. He is walking gingerly, but that's a beautiful shot from Krishiv. So he's gone 6, 2, and 4. So 12 runs of the first three deliveries of the over. And the fielder at long on is walking a little bit gingerly. So not the best of starts for Hardik. He's been put under the pump once again. 12 runs and still 3 more balls to go. So Krishiv has decided to make a move on. Oh, that's a much better delivery. That is an excellent delivery from Hardik. Good ball. Beats Krishiv for pace. And that is the ball, and that is the template that he needs to follow for the rest of the over. There again, good delivery. Loopy one. Stops onto the wicket. Krishiv had to wait an eternity before playing that shot. So pretty poor first half of the over has been somehow resurrected a bit. Straight down the ground. But there is a fielder there who will gather it. Keeps it a single. So two contrasting halves of that over, but 15 overs gone. It's 143 for 6. Hardik will keep strike. Straight down the ground. Well fielded in the deep as Anish Shetty introduced into the attack. He's had a great day in the field, has Anish. Can he translate that with the ball? So Hardik manages to do the bit and get Krishiv on strike. What can Krishiv do from here on? He's on 75 of 43. Beautiful shot, but for just a single. In the air, and that's handsomely hit for 6. Beautiful shot from Hardik. The ball was in the slot. Gives himself just a touch of room and sends it over the extra cover boundary for a fantastic 6. The 150 comes up with that 6. 151 for 6. Halfway through to the 16th over. Plays it well. Feels it well. Keeps it down to a 1. So 9 runs coming off that first 4 deliveries. Beautifully hit. And that is gone to the fence for 4. So Krishiv gets into the act. And again, not the best of deliveries from Anish, allowing the batsman to get underneath it and take his pick off the field. So 13 runs coming off it, one more delivery to go. They're finding that acceleration that they're looking for. Beats the keeper, finds its way to the fence, and it's wide as well. So that's 5 more runs, and the look of despair on Anish's face says it all. It's 18 runs of the over, and still one more delivery to go. This was just the over that the Park VDC were looking for. Much better delivery, but still the damage has already been done. 19, 19 runs coming off it. It's 162 for 6 after 16. So the last 4 overs to go. It's 162 for 6. 10 runs and over from here. We'll get them past the 200 mark. 12 runs and over from here. We'll get them to 210. Mukul back into the attack. 2 overs, 2 for 14. He's been the pick of the bowlers for the Marina Marvels. Slap that towards that deep cover region for a single. So Mukul will be bowling to Hardik now. Oh, he's dispatched that. And that's gone a long way into the night sky for 6. So Hardik playing a little bit of a cameo here from the other side. It wasn't a bad delivery on length, but Hardik picked the length so early and got so quickly onto it. He latched onto that delivery and dispatches it over that long on region for 6. He moves on to 16 of 6 deliveries here. He's playing a little bit of a blinder. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. And that will find the fence as well. That was lovely execution. Look at that. Gets on top of the short pitch delivery. Times it to perfection. And again, that was not a bad delivery. In fact, it was such a well directed bouncer. But sometimes you just got to tip your hat to the batsman and say, well played, sir. And Hardik now moves to 20 of 7. Oh, he picks that slow full toss, keeps it down to just a one. So all of a sudden, the Park VDC are motoring along a little bit rather nicely. They got 19 runs in the previous over. They've already got 12 runs of this one. Oh, again beats the keeper. And that's gone for four. Buys signaled by the umpire. And every run piling on the misery here for the Marina Marvels, who've just started to lose a little bit of grip on the proceedings. They were in control for so long, but now the Park VDC are wresting back the momentum and the initiative as well. 16 runs in this over. 176 for 6. Still one more delivery to go. This is turning out to be back-to-back productive overs here for the Park VDC. Oh, he's thumped that. 6. Krishev, you absolute beauty. 22 runs of that over. And goodness gracious me, have the Park VDC taken the accelerator to the next level or what? 17 overs gone. It's 184 for 6. The last two overs have gone for 41 runs. Talk about a change in gears. Talk about a change in the fortunes as well. Sunil back into the attack. Bowling to Hardik. Oh, a little bit of a change in pace. The cutter bowled well, gets a single. So Sunil bowling to Krishev, who's currently on 88. That's been called a wide. That's a good delivery. That's a good delivery. Much better line, much better length. So Sunil picking up from where he left in his first spell. Bowling to Krishev. That's in the air, but falls short. Gets it on the bounce, so it'll be just a one. It's a good shot. He's thumped that, but that's well fielded. So it'll be only a one. 15 more legal deliveries to go. There's 188 for six. That's in the air again, but falls short. Oh no! Misjudgment in the field, and that will fetch them 4 runs. And that means that Krishif finds himself into the 90s. 93 or 51. And the score also moves into the 190s. 192 for 6. Straight, high, but straight in the hands of the fielder. And that is an end to what has been a fabulous knock from Krishiv. He fancied himself with this particular delivery. It was in the slot. Krishiv thought he gathered that, but straight into the hands of Mukul at long on. So Sunil gets a wicket. Krishiv departs for 93. It's 192 for 7. 18 overs gone. It's 192 for 7. Mukul on to bowl to Hardik. Bottom edge. And it will run away to the fence for 4. Mukul clearly not happy with his wicketkeeper again on that occasion. Could have done much better, but instead lets it go for 4. Not the right way to start the over. That'll put pressure on the bowler. Oh, was going for that big hike. Misses it completely and refuses the single as well. So a dot ball will count as gold dust. They'll be looking to restrict the Park VDC to somewhere between 200 to 205. Hardik. Oh, yes. In the air and taken. Too much movement inside the crease eventually proved to be the downfall. Once again, a very good catch from Anish in the deep. That's 8th wicket to fall. Hardik goes after playing a pretty good cameo. It's 196 for 8. Full. Oh, that's looking for that quick single, but Umesh had to be sent back. This is turning out to be a fantastic over from Mukul. Despite giving away that boundary, he's picked up 3 wickets. He is definitely the pick of the bowlers for the Park VDC. Excellent bowling this from Mukul. Just 4 runs, courtesy of that inside edged boundary. 2 more balls to go in this over. Can Mukul wrap his spell up in style? In the air, taken! Wicket number 4. And that is another catch for Anish, who just cannot seem to do anything wrong in the field. That's the 9th wicket to fall. It's 196 for 9. Last ball. Can Mukul get a fifer? Jigger on strike. No, he can't. They will get a single. So that is the end of the 19th over. Just 5 runs coming off it. It's 197 for 9. The final over to go. Gets a single of that first ball. So Rohan getting to bowl the last over starts off with a single, and Jig Krishna to face his first delivery. Again, massive heave. Will get a single. Going around the wicket to the right-hander on this occasion. A big appeal, not out, says the umpire. They will take the leg by. So good start. Swing and a miss. An appeal again, but nothing doing, says the umpire. Gets another run, another leg by. So two more deliveries to go. The 200 comes up, 201 for 9. Swing and a miss, and again a bye being taken. That is not a good evening's work in the field for Rajat, the wicketkeeper. Swings in the air, and they look for two, and they will come back for three in what is a hilarious comedy of errors from the wicketkeeper once again. So the Park VDC finish with 205 for 9 in their 20 overs, courtesy of a fluent 93 from Krishiv and a little bit of a late innings cameo from Hardik. The target in front of the Marina Marvels is 206 when they come out to bat. We will be back shortly with the run chase. We are back with the run chase. Here's the first ball, and it's a good start from Ruchik as well. Siddharth Nair and Anish, the openers for the Marina Marvels. The target in front of them is 206, and the asking rate at the start of this run chase is at 10.3. Here is Ruchik. Plays it down the ground and over. It's an appeal, a huge appeal, but the umpire says not out. Plays it well, but again in the third circle will only get one. Ruchik bowling to Anish. That's a stunning shot to end the over. Just the start that they needed. End of the first over, 9 for none. a tap and run. He was looking to sneak that quick single, but nothing doing. Oh, that's played beautifully. Wonderful flick of the wrist, and that's gone all the way for six. Beautiful shot that from Siddharth. And slowly and steadily now, the Marina Marvels settling rather nicely into the conditions on offer. Wonderful shot, beautiful pickup shot that from Siddharth. Gets into position so quickly. This time, though, does not get the gap. So, a dot ball followed by a six, followed by another dot ball. Very interesting to see what the game plan will be here from Krishiv, who will be looking to translate some of his form with the ball. Oh, lovely. That's in the air, and that's going only one way, and that's all the way for six. So, dot six is the O, and that's once again another effectively executed pickup shot from Siddharth. Wonderful flick of the wrists again. And that has now put a little bit of pressure on Krishiv. Watchfully lets that gun go. Much better length, fullish on the tram line. Very, very good length and very, very well executed delivery as well from Krishiv. Will the final ball of this innings go for six? This time towards the offside. And again finds the gap. So he ends the over with a boundary. A very productive over for the Marvel. 16 coming off it. 2 overs gone. It's 25 for none. It's just the start that the Marina Marvels were looking for, chasing a target above 200. Oh, that's fine, and that's fine, and well played from Anish. A last minute change in plans. He did come forward, and the bowler did exceedingly well to change his length and put in a bouncer. But Anish, quickly thinking on his feet, and finds that region for four. Very well played. Good cricket all around. Ruchik back into the attack. Welcomed with a boundary. Oh, that was so close. A bottom edge. On any other day, that would have gone to clatter onto the stumps. But not on this occasion. Ruchik will find himself very, very unfortunate. He bowled the perfect delivery, rushed the batsman into the shot. Another Indian. Oh, you have to feel for the bowler here. That's two genuine bottom edges, and both would have on any other day just crashed onto the stumps. But instead, he's seen one miss and the other one go to the boundary for four. Talk about wretched luck. That's turning out to be the case for Ruchik here. You Ruchik here. Gives him the charge. Very close. Good change of pace this from Ruchik on this occasion because Anish. In the air just falls short. कुछ नहीं तो Oh, that's thumped. That is absolutely thumped. One bounce into the rope for four. Beautiful shot that. And again ends the over with a boundary. Once again, it is another productive over for the Marina Marvels. 3 overs gone. They are sitting pretty at the moment at 38 for none. Good, good start this from Ankit. Introduced into the attack to stem the flow of runs because the way these two are batting, they will have to not only look to stem the flow of runs but also think about chipping in with a couple of wickets too. Oh, lovely. That is absolutely brilliant from Anish. What a classic extra cover drive for six. And the runs continue to flow for the Marina Marvels. Just the shot. Beautifully executed textbook extra cover drive. And this was not what the Park had in mind when they were bringing in. That's a much better delivery. They was looking for a single, but sent back. Oh, he's thumped that again, and that's gone again, all the way for six. Anish is enjoying himself out in the middle. Slot ball asking to be hit, and Anish dismisses it from his presence with brute force. Two sixes in the over, and the 50 comes up for the Marina Marvels in the fourth over itself. They are rampant at the moment. Here we go again. Has he found the gap? No, he hasn't. The fielder will cut it off. It'll be just a single. That'll bring Siddharth on strike. So both the batsmen have started their opening essay with brilliance. Siddharth currently is on 22 of 10, whereas Anish is on 28 of 13. They say the opening partnership is pivotal in any stage of the innings, and here is a classic example of that. Beautifully played and keeps it down to just a one. So 14 runs of this over two, 4 overs gone. The Marvels are 52 for none. Oh, it's an appeal, but that's raced away to the fence. The umpire's signal is 4 runs off the bat. So there's a little bit of an inside edge there. And the runs continue to flow, and there seems to be nothing that the park fielders or the bowlers are able to do to stop this flow. That he has absolutely smoked that for six. Goodness me, they're putting on a show, and they are flexing their muscle in this run chase. They're making it look like a piece of cake. A four followed by a six. Siddharth moves to 33 of 13. Brilliant batting, that absolutely brilliant batting. And again, that's gone to the fence for four. This time it's four byes. So this is just not going according to plan for the Park VDC. 14 runs already in the first three deliveries. "66 for none." They are so far ahead of the required run rate, courtesy of this opening blitz by both these batsmen. Oh, well fielded. So dot ball and equally well fielded there. And that had to be fielded because that was traveling at a fair clip. Oh, was going to go. That must have hurt. Hit him on the sides as he walks to the side and composes himself a little to Siddharth. Much better delivery on this occasion. He ends the over with a single. 15 runs coming off this 5 overs gone. It's 67 for none. And it is Ruchik coming back into the attack. 2 overs, none for 21. Siddharth will be the man on strike. He's on 34 of 17. Last over of the power play. Plays it down the ground. That's very well run between the wickets as well. Quick single taken. Rotation of strike. Equally important equally important as the boundaries. Oh, again that's a miss. And that ball will run to the fence for four. Four byes called. No, this is not the best night for the wicket keepers on either side now. Another instance of the wicketkeeper letting the ball slip through him. And that's four more runs. This is one heck of a power play for for the Mar- for the Marvels. Oh, that was close. That was close. Ruchik bowling to Anish, and he's thumped that. It's a little bit of a misfield, but it will only be down to just a one. That parry soaked away all the momentum from that delivery. It was hit with some power though. So the Marina Marvels cruising at this rate, 73 for none. That's in the air. The fielder coming underneath it and taken. And the breakthrough that the Parkweed is so desperately needed. What a well directed bouncer on the head. Siddharth was unable to get into position quickly, and that's a well judged catch. So the first wicket falls. The Marina Marvels are 73 for 1. Siddharth departs. Sunny Singh, the new batsman, out in the middle. That's a wide, and goodness me, it's gone for four as well. Poor fielding from the keeper, and not the best effort from the fielder at deep third as well. So more runs added. It's another gut punch. That's a good ball. A slow cutter ends the over with the dot ball, but still a very productive power play this for the park. For the Marina Marvels, 6 overs gone. It's 78 for 1. Here we go. Ankit comes back into the attack, plays it nicely. Oh, a direct hit, and we would have been talking. Would have made things really very interesting. That was an excellent pick up and throw from the fielder at fine leg. Anish tried to maneuver the field rather nicely there, but that was a good fielding effort. Plays it late. Oh, no, 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 no. That was again a little bit of chaos between the two batsmen. They need to guard against this. They need to get their minds in the right place. There needs to be a little bit more coordination and communication between the two. The last thing that the Marina Marvels want here is a run out to set them back. Sunny looking to get off the mark. He's thumped that in the air and falls short. So it'll be just a one. Lovely shot. Beautiful uppercut. Executed to glorious perfection by Anish. One bounce into the rope for four. That is a shot that oozes brilliance and class all over it. They move on to the 80s now, the Marina Marvels. And you can't help but wonder that at this stage of the game, they seem to be the overwhelming favourites to overcome this target of 206 that has been set in front of them. Anish moves on to 34 of 18. A little bit of a yes and no situation once again, but this time well in advance to ensure that there is no mishaps whatsoever. Was trying to go for the cut shot, but length wasn't there. So that's the end of the seventh over. It's 84 for 1. Well kept on this occasion, but that's a wide. beaten in flight. That's another good delivery from Ankit on this occasion. Oh, big appeal and given. So the second wicket falls, and all of a sudden, the Park VDC have found a foothold in the game. Sunny departs, beautiful delivery once again, beaten him in the flight, beautiful turn off the surface, and excellent glove work by the wicketkeeper. It's 85 for 2. Ankit bowling to Girish. So dot ball. This is the window that the Park VDC will need to put a little bit of pressure on the batting side. They were running away with this all this while, but this is the moment where they can pull things back. A couple of tight overs, a couple of strong overs. 4 runs, 5 runs maybe. There, just like that, just like that. This is excellent bowling from Ankit. He's come back strongly. Just 1 run so far. Still two more deliveries to go. Just the over that the Park VDC were looking for. That's another dot ball. An over that just the doctor ordered for the Park VDC in terms of where this game stands. Ends the over with a dot ball and a stupendous over this for the Park VDC. Just 1 run. 8 overs gone. The Marina Marvels are 85 for 2. So 8 overs gone. 85 for 2 the score for the Marina Marvels, and Umesh Sangvi comes into the attack. It's a good looking shot, just for one. Another single taken. So two singles to begin the over. Good start this from Umesh. Decent. Anish picks his spot and picks it well. Much needed boundary for the Marina Marvels after the spell of tight bowling. This gets into position quickly and sends it towards the deep square leg region for a well taken boundary. So Anish continuing and will be responsible to get most of the boundaries here. So wide, a little too wide on the offside from Umesh. Umesh seemed to be a little unhappy, but he continues to bowl. Look for a quick single and they will get it. Thumps that for looking for two. Can he get on time? He gets there rather comfortably. So that's good running between the wickets. Thumps it down the ground once again, but that will be another single to end the over. 9 overs gone. It's 96 for 2. Krishna Pathak introduced into the attack. And again, a little bit of a misfield by the keeper, but there'll be only just a one. Anish seems to be a little on the edge. He's trying to force the issue here. I don't see any need for him to do it. They are in the driver's seat at the moment. They are ahead of the asking rate. There is no need for undue risks. Straight down the ground. And one bounce over the rope for four. That'll bring the 100 up for the Marina Marvels. Wonderful shot, but once again, not that good of a bowling effort on that occasion. In the slot, Anish picks his spot beautifully and dispatches it over the bowler's head for four. That's the gap. Unfortunate for Anish that he wasn't able to take full toll of that, but he will get a single. We'll keep the scoreboard ticking. Good shot, straight to the fielder. They will take a quick single. That's excellent running between the wickets. Keeping the pressure on the fielding side. Again, picks it towards the leg side. Will be happy with a single. Ooh, swing and a miss. Ends the over with a dot ball. 10 overs gone. It's 104 for 2. Time for drinks. We're back after the drinks break. 102 runs required in 10 overs. He's beaten the gap, but he hasn't beaten the field. So Anish will once again have to settle for a single. He started off rapidly, but he's now showing signs of a little bit of a slowdown. Here is Umesh. That's in the air. Fielder underneath it and taken. Very good catch, running back. And that's the third wicket to fall. Lured into the shot. Taken in the deep. Good. Sankesh is the new batsman. Oh, an appeal, a big appeal. But that is gone to the rope. Leg buys and four. Umesh was borderline pleading with the umpire, but the umpire says no. Says that it was the impact and probably a little bit of a height in question as well. Smutish survives a close call. Good ball, very good ball. The ball keeping high and just a little bit extra carry on that occasion. Dot ball. Picks a spot. Has he found the gap? No, he hasn't. So it'll be just a one. So slowly and steadily, the pressure beginning to creep up just a little bit for the Marina Marvels. It's a much needed boundary. End of the over. 11 overs gone. It's 114 for 3. A little bit of a swing and a miss, but they. Krishna getting that breakthrough and putting things very, very. Oh, gone! That's the fifth wicket to fall! And all of a sudden, the Pak VDC are now on top of the game. Can you believe it? And it is Krishna Pathak with the twin strikes in the over. Brilliant bowling this from Krishna, and he has probably sneaked the Pak VDC a little ahead in the game. Slowly and slowly, it is looking to be a little bit of an uphill task now as Sunil walks out to the middle. And Krishna, get this, is on a hat trick. Back to back wickets. Plays it down the ground, avoids the hat trick, but he'll get a single, get off the mark. It's turning out to be an excellent over for Krishna. Oh, beaten all ends up and beats the keeper as well as it finds its way for a much needed boundary for the Marina Marvels. Crucial boundary that, despite being biased, for the Marina Marvels. Plays it down the ground for a single to close the over. Excellent over this from Krishna to bring his side back into the contest. 12 overs gone. It's 121 for 5. Big appeal, not out. Excuse me. And Ankit comes back into the attack, 15 for 1 into his third over. Starts off with a dot ball, and Smatish bludgeons it down the ground, but it'll be just a one. In the air, fielder coming underneath it, and drops, and goes for four. Not the best fielding effort, and the bowler not happy with that as well. Very evident with his facial expression. And the fielder wisely choosing to look away. But that boundary could have so easily been a catch. But instead, drops it for four. That's in the air too, and that will go for another boundary. And once again, a classic case of rubbing salt into the wounds after that drop catch. Four more. So once again, there's a little bit of a fight back, slowly and steadily. The Marina Marvels coming back into it. Well bowled, much better delivery this. Oh, very well bowled again, deceiving him in flight. Ends the over with a dot ball. 13 overs gone. It's 130 for 5. Very well bowled again. They will get a single though, but this is good bowling. Continuing to keep the pressure on the batting side that they will need a release shot. And therein lies their window of opportunity to get in another wicket here. Trying to go for the sweep, but no, it's a wide call though. Again, a much better delivery this time. So this is turning out to be an inspired bowling spell from Krishna. Midway into his third over, he's given away just 11 runs and has taken two crucial wickets as well. Oh, that was so close to the stumps as well. Again, an overthrow, but will be just a one. Krishna was already celebrating. He thought that he hit the stumps, but was not to be. This is still turning out to be an excellent over. That's a big appeal again. Not out, says the umpire again. It's a wide signal, so we'll have to pull that one again. This is turning out to be another excellent over. Just 4 runs coming off it, and more pressure on the batting side. In the air, fielder coming underneath it, takes it this time, and the pressure finally tells. That's wicket number 6 and wicket number 3 for Krishna. 14 overs gone. The Marina Marvels now staring at the barrel at 134 for 6. So 72 needed of the last 6, but the problem for the Marina Marvels is that they have only 4 wickets in hand, with Sunil currently batting on 10 of 7 and Rajat just walking out to the middle. Plays it down the ground rather nicely, but it's just a one. So the Park VDC fielders have been extremely good overall. They've held their catches, they've stopped the boundaries, they've done a very, very good job. Some good catches being taken and some pretty simple ones too, but they have to be taken at the end of it all. Yes, they have been dropped chances too, but they've caught more than they've dropped, and that is what matters at the end of the day. Good ball, deceiving him in flight. Dhruv making a good start to his bowling spell. Sweeps it on the off from the offside, but it'll be just a one. In the air, fielder. Oh, jars himself. Lucky for him that there wasn't any further damage. Gets the four, an apologetic hand. He thought he had it before his knee jarred onto the muddy surface there. As he continues to put up an apologetic arm. That's in the air too. And this time taken! Lovely running catch! And that is wicket number 7. So the Marvels continue to unravel while the Park VDC continue to stamp their authority with their superior fielding. As Mukul will come into the middle and Sunil is the batsman who departs. Hundred and 40 for 7 with one more ball left for the conclusion of the 15th over. So Dhruv gets a wicket in his first over as Mukul walks out to the middle at number 9. Dot ball to finish the over. 15 overs gone, it's 140 for 7. Knocked him over. That is wicket number 8. And that is once again brilliant bowling from Ankit. And the Park VDC are just 2 wickets away from a comprehensive victory. Bowls it full, bowls it into the stumps, and demolishes the stumps with that. Ankit bowling to Abhijit, who goes for the almighty swing. Will get just a one from what seemed like a run chase that they were in full control of. The Marina Marvels have imploded rather spectacularly if you look at it. They were 78 for 1 in the power play, and they've gone on to lose 7 wickets in the next 63 runs. What a fall from grace, and what a stunning reversal of fortunes from the Park VDC. You've got to give credit to them. They have been excellent all around. The fielding has been miles better. Oh! Another brilliant delivery. And Ankit once again looking at the heavens. Unfortunate, that could have been another wicket for him. And the ninth wicket for the Park VDC. Swing and a miss. Wide given this time. Close to the stumps once again. Ends the over with a single. And an excellent spell comes to an end from Ankit. 4 overs, 2 for 27. Oh, by signal, there's still one more delivery to go. I beg your pardon. अच्छा 12th में हो ends with a single. So 2 overs, 2 for 27. 16 overs gone. It's 144 for 8. One bounce. And once again, even at a boundary, the fielder steps onto the boundary rope. So a rare, poor misfield. That's gone to the fence for six. All the way. Good shot. Picks it towards the leg side, goes along with the extension, and goes over the rope. Three more overs left for the 17th over. 150 comes up. Dot ball. Swings and misses were very, very close to the stumps as well. Slaps it straight to the fielder. Oh! Lets it go, but there it's just one run. Ends the over. 17 overs gone. 157 for 8. Raj Parekh into the attack. One bounce into the rope for four. So more, so a little bit of a late fight back being shown by the Marina Marvels. Is it too little? Is it the case of too little, too late at this point? They need 45 of 17. Thumps it down the ground, but it'll be just a one. Plays it down the ground. They are going to look for two. Can they get two? Poor throw, poor throw. A much better throw, and that would have been a run out. Oh, it's a run out, in fact. A direct hit. And that's 9 wickets gone. It's 163 for 9. The batsman nowhere in the picture. Nice way to get off the mark for for Amit. I beg your pardon. Was in the slot. Krishif tried to stop it but was unable to. A bounce gets a single. It's a big appeal for LBW, but not out, says the umpire. Ends the over. 18 overs gone. It's 168 for 9. In the air, but falls safe on this occasion. Will be looking for two. The throw completes two. So the game's still on the shoulders of Mukul. 36 required of 11. Can he be able to make the difference? Oh, he slapped that, and that's gone all the way for 6. There is still a twist in this tale. 30 needed of 10 now, courtesy of that back foot slap over extra cover, over deep point for 6. I beg your pardon. It's a brilliantly timed shot from Mukul. Oh, things are getting spicy. Things are getting really spicy indeed. Swing and a miss, and it's over. And it's all over. The game's done. The Park VDC win by 29 runs. And the fielding has proven to be the difference between the two sides. The Marina Marvels had it under control until they imploded in the second after the power play. And that's all from here. I've been Delvin, and it has been a pleasure guiding you through this game. We'll be back with more cricketing action. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Good night.